It's Sunday, June 7. Whoa. Thought I'd have church. So I got some candles. I don't have any incense. There are other churchly kind of things. I don't know where my crucifix is. It's packed away in a box, I guess. So I do have my candles, some candles, and there's some wine for communion. We can't do an official communion without can't do a Catholic communion without a priest, I guess. But we can do our own communion. I asked David for a suggestion for a reading for church today, and he didn't have any trouble saying, "Oh, Romans 8, that's my favorite. It explains the state of awakening." So I've been looking at Romans 8. It's sunny out. I'm going to ride my bicycle today. First off, I can't see well with these glasses. I need a fresh prescription. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has set you free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, weak as it was through the flesh, God did, sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh and as an offering for sin. He condemned sin in the flesh. So that the requirement of the laws capitalized, might be fulfilled in us, who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit capitalized. For those who are according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who are according to the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Let me reread that one, number 5. For those who are according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who are according to the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Okay, that's better. So a person who is setting their mind to the things of the flesh they are of the things of the flesh. And those who set out on the things of Spirit, they are of the Spirit. That's a pretty high order thing. I mean, the execution of that idea is the essence of the Bible, isn't it? The entire Bible. Walking in the Spirit. You are the Spirit. Versus being in the flesh, in the worldly body. And then you are of the world. The impermanent. David said this is one of his favorite chapters in the Bible. For the mind set on the flesh is death, but the mind set in the Spirit is life and peace. Because the mind set on the flesh is hostile towards God, for it does not subject itself to the law of God, for it is not even able to do so. So if your life is about the flesh, the worldly things, you're not able to be of the Spirit. Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it? What do you think? Any of that sitting deeply in you? I like the simplicity of if we operate in the flesh, we will be in the flesh. But if we operate in the Spirit, we will be in the Spirit. To me, the Spirit is heaven, or a heavenly kind of existence, or both. Now I'm backing up in my mind, trying to see, letting go of things. Forgetting about the camera and the video. Moving back in my mind. I mention that because my persistence of quieting the mind in all the videos, I probably mentioned this, every one of them, that I don't feel I can be present or awake unless I quiet my mind. And here it is in the Bible, that it all starts in the mind. I'm imagining you, though, what that is like, what that feels like. So you hear those words: choose a path in the mind of flesh, or choose in the mind a path in the Spirit. If you were here, I would ask you about that. The path of the Spirit. Can you see that? Can you see the path? You see it, or I see it, by letting go of this trying to see it, for instance. When I say letting go, man, I mean letting go. That is letting go of everything. When I slow my mind down, slow the thoughts down, I have less thoughts. And the thoughts that come are not loud. Thoughts that do come are not loud. I'll have these pauses where the mind stops and there's no thought at all, except for perhaps the experience of the senses, the bird chirping, not with the word bird, just the sound. The eyes absorbing shapes and color, but not the word color, just the experience of seeing, even though the thoughts have stopped or slowed. When that happens, when my thoughts stop or slow, then I swallow and I come back to the camera and I come back, a thought comes. I have to tell you, sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Okay, so in the spirit of the passage of the Romans, I'm choosing the path of the Spirit. And when I come back on that path of the Spirit into the flesh, it takes me a moment to regroup and to get my bearings. There we go. That's what I want to say. When I come back from the Spirit, I have to get my bearings again, because the world of the flesh operates different. To choose between the path of the flesh and the mind and that of the Spirit. And then I said, oh, okay, that's done by letting go, and letting go in a big way. Try that now. In your mind, choose first thoughts of the flesh. That means of the world, of the physical world, the physical life, where the body dies, or you die and you are born. That flesh. Choose between that path, so to speak, and the path of the Spirit. We can see them in our mind. The path of the flesh, path of the Spirit. We're going to choose. In the mind, we can choose this way, flesh, the world of form. We can choose the path, Spirit, the formless path, the eternal path, the path that has no death. Try that in your mind right now. I'll do it too. I hope you were able to get a sniff of God right there. Feel the presence of the Christ self. Let's have our communion now. So this is a little bit of red wine. I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of actual communions I've been through with in different kinds of Christian churches. But I remember when I was about 6th grade at St. Bart's, I took my spiritual life very seriously, and when we had communion, we would go to the front of the church, and there would be a priest and an altar boy or two, and the priest would hand us a metal or a golden goblet, and it had a wine in it, and you would sip from that. And he would say in Latin, in the name of the Father, and in the name of the Son. And I, in fact, believed it was the blood of Christ. And we can do that now. Then we walked back. I would walk back to my pew. I felt a little bit of the warmth of the blood. I could feel it right here. And I either imagined or I believed that the feeling was the presence of Christ in me. It was pretty moving. And I felt Christ was in me. I guess I still do.